Good, good afternoon, friends. So today is kind of a low day, energetically and weather-wise. Also Sunday, so perfect day to take a rest day. So this practice is going to be pretty gentle. We're going to ease in. You do just need a little bit of some wall space, and I'm just going to invite you to start seated with your back supported on the wall. Take a few moments if you need to, like roll your shoulders a few times, or take a few rounds of deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, or out through the nose. And as we take these first few moments of settling, I'm just inviting you to check in with your body today. And seeing if you can settle into this space that comes after the exhale, before your next inhale. And in this space, can you soften and pause for a moment, really feeling your body heavy against the wall, maybe even heavy into the ground. Even if your head wants to relax back into the wall, your nervous system does really like when the head is supported. And once you've checked in with your body and your mind, just bring your awareness to your breath. Each exhale, just pausing in that point between, the space between. And I'm going to invite you during this entire practice to continue to be aware of the space in between. Vibrationally here, it just turned autumn. We just experienced the autumn equinox, and this is that space in between, transferring summer to fall. High vibration to a slightly lower vibration. So this is also just such a perfect practice to continue, right, your awareness practice, our awareness practice. As we connect to the rhythm of our breath and the space in between, it allows us to connect to the rhythms of nature as well, and the space in between. Just give yourself another moment here. And then just start to wiggle your fingers, open up your chest, draw your elbows back, open up the arms into the wall, and really lift. We're going to open up the arm bones here as we press the elbows back. And we allow the chest to lift. Maybe the spine sort of picks up a little bit off the wall in the bottom. As we allow our arm bones to open and the palms to rest on the wall. And we take a breath in here. Into the chest. And as we exhale, I want you to allow your chest to drop down, your low back to round into the wall, and your arm bones to rotate internally. So the palms now face the wall. And we'll do this a few times on our breath in. Allow the chest to lift, the arm bones to rotate open. Maybe the hands touch the wall, maybe not. It's totally fine. Exhale. I'm allowing my spine to round. I can even allow the chin to tuck in a little bit. Arm bones rotate in. We'll do that one more time. Inhale. Lift, opening, breathing in. Exhale. And from here, we'll keep the left hand on the ground, and we're gonna lift and lean our right arm, right shoulder, right chest open, leaning into our left arm, and even feeling free to drop onto the left forearm. Just taking a few rounds of breath here. If you feel like rolling your wrist, you can roll your wrist. Practicing your wrist cars here without looking. And dropping this arm down and lifting, leaning over to the side here. You can look down with your gaze, you can look up or even straight ahead, whatever is more natural in this side, in this position. Whatever your neck needs. And slowly come on up and hinge forward and go ahead and fold forward over the legs. For a few rounds of breath here. Remembering to make this your practice. You know, if something doesn't suit you, you don't even have to look up towards the screen. Just make this yours. Adjust, shift, move, don't move. Be in a totally different position, right? I'm just offering guided movement, guided positions. Lift and look forward on the inhale. And as you exhale, go ahead and roll over ankles and knees into your tabletop here. You can tuck the toes under. Inhale for your cow posture. Exhale as you round your spine. Fingers can be spread. Eyes can even be closed. Adding any other movement into this flexion and extension. Sometimes it's nice just to circle the body, to circle the spine and the shoulders and the hips. And then we're going to sink back into child's pose. Knees can be wide on this one as we drop it back. You can utilize blocks under the chest or the forehead, under the hips. This is going to be our first longer position of holding. Where I'm going to ask you to bring your attention and your awareness in this position to the space in between the breath once again. So just take a few moments, taking a few moments to settle into this position. Decide where your ankles want to be, your knees, your arms and shoulders. And if you wish to add a little bit of lateral flexion in, just go ahead and walk your hands to the right, continuing to sink your hips back and down to the left. And we'll slide ourselves back over to the left, breathing into the left side of the body, the left side of the rib cage. And you can stay as active or as relaxed in these positions today. Just listening to your body, listening to what you need. I've had a busy week. A lot of learning, a lot of change. So my body is pretty exhausted and ready for just
relaxation. So and then we'll bring ourselves back through midline and slide ourselves forward, opening the hips, opening the knees into our Sphinx pose. We're just sliding ourselves forward. My ankles are gonna stay on the pad back there. Forearms can be down, palms can be rotated down. If this is too high of a back bend for your spine, just slowly, gently walk those arms farther forward, dropping down a little bit. But think about just keeping a little bit more activeness in the shoulders. So we're not completely just sinking here. A little bit of activeness. Breathing into the belly and the chest and the spine. If you'd like to tuck the chin in here to the chest, you may. Breathe into the back of the neck here. Just notice when the arms sort of get tired and the shoulders sink up towards the ears. Can we just keep the shoulders actively pressing down and away? And then slowly, you can even keep the eyes closed here or open them up if you feel like you need to. Draw the chin to the right shoulder. And then start to drop the ear back over the shoulder, up towards the ceiling, over to the left shoulder, and down and towards the chest. And then just reverse that articulation, drawing chin to left shoulder, over the ear, up towards the ceiling, over to the right shoulder, and down nice and smoothly to the chest. And just do this a few times, taking this articulation slow. Noticing what speaks to you or pops out at you. Where this sensation feels, this movement feels smooth. If there's any like speed bumps in the road. Noticing if you can move your neck without the shoulders and the upper spine taking over, that thoracic spine taking over. And just finish your next articulation, taking it slow. And gently stack the neck up one vertebrae at a time to center. And slowly make your way down to your belly. And just drop your left cheek down to the side. We're going to slide the right knee up here. And if you'd like to move the arms sort of at like a cactus shape, you can. Just allowing this right hip to open. You can always pat it. You can always put a block under the knee if you'd like, or under the foot. And you can always look towards the opposite side, towards the left side with the cheek, if that feels like it's going to give you something extra in the neck. I like to articulate my ankle in this position, lifting the toes up tight into dorsiflexion, and then rolling through plantar flexion. It's just a great way to work this sort of half car, half articulation in the ankle. And especially here, noticing how much we can let go and how much and where we may still be holding on. And if it feels like you're still sort of holding on here, I'm going to invite you to just start to press your whole arm, your right arm into the ground. And then also press your left leg into the ground. Maybe at, I don't know, something like 30 or 50%. It doesn't have to be really crazy. I just want you to engage your arm and your leg on this side, gently pressing it down. And then relax and let it go. See if it let go more so. Full breath in and out. And if it still didn't let go, let's try that again. Let's press down with the shoulder and the arm. So you feel all 5 fingers, the forearm, the elbow, maybe a little bit of the upper arm. And then we're pressing down with the right leg as well. The inner thigh, the knee, the shin, the inner foot. And slowly, gently relax and let it go. Slowly, gently, we're going to unwind, bringing that right thigh back to meet the left. And we're just going to press ourselves up for a moment. Shift our hips back towards child's pose, just allowing the spine to round. And then we're going to roll ourselves with the cat back or flexion spine all the way into an upward facing dog shape and back down to the belly. We're just going to find a little bit of gentle movement here for a moment. So we press up and back, child's pose. Round and roll yourself forward into an upward facing with the knees down and all the way to the belly. We press it back, hips to heels. And then last time we're rounding forward through our up dog shape down to the belly. Tucking the toes this time and shifting back into our downward facing dog. Just for a few rounds of breath here. Feeling free if the wall is back there behind you to use it for the legs, maybe sending one leg up the wall and then the other. We're going to be coming back to this in a moment or two. So just playing with maybe how much of the leg you can get up the wall. Maybe it's just the top of the foot. One more round of breath. And then drop back down to the knees. All the way back down to the belly. And we're going to slide, just like we did on the other side, the left knee up and open in this half frog shape. The arms can be at this sort of cactus shape here. So our left inner thigh, inner seam of the shin and the foot are on the earth. The right cheek can be down, or you can lift and rotate the left cheek down. Just trying to allow those shoulders and hips to fully settle into the earth. And again, if the shoulders and the hips are not settling easily, we're going to activate them a little bit by starting to press the left arm down from the shoulder, but you'll feel the whole of the entire arm that's touching down press into the earth, even the fingertips. And let's press into the left leg and the left hip, almost sort of like we're trying to suction cup our limbs into the ground. Hold at about maybe 50 or 30% of your effort. And slowly, gently settle and relax, letting it go. And we'll do that again one more time if that didn't necessarily work to fully relax those limbs. We press the arm down, press a leg down. You may feel an uplift sensation in your torso. You may even feel your right leg turn on, the front of it a little bit. Hold and breathe for a full round of breath in. And exhale. Let it go and feel how your body just wants to almost melt a little closer into the earth. And slowly, gently, let's slide this left leg to meet the right. Press our hands down as we lift and slide ourselves back into child's pose for another moment. And let's just find one of those rolls, those wave unloads as we round our spine. Let's tuck our toes under on this one. Slide ourselves and our torso forward into this upward facing dog with the knees down and roll to the belly. Those toes are tucked under as we shift up and back, downward facing dog. Really make this yours, this downward facing dog. Shifting hips side to side, or maybe you hold and breathe with the hips shifted over to the left. And then shift up and over to the other side, maybe hips to the right. So we're really pulling that femur into the hip socket. This can be a deep capsule stretch. And depending on now how close to the wall you are, maybe you shift back a little bit, walk your hands back, walk your feet back a little bit. And we're going to extend the right leg up, bringing the top of the foot towards the wall. And then maybe we walk our hands back a little bit more as the left knee bends, and the whole right shin plants itself onto the wall. And this may be a little much, so if it's too much, just walk yourself out. You can really press your foot onto the wall, activating the front of the hip. And then relaxing it slowly down. Maybe you play with the other side before we come out of this position. Pressing that left foot on the wall, the left leg on the wall. And then slowly allowing it to slide. And then take your time. We're going to walk our hands back to our feet. Allowing our spine to come into a forward fold. Maybe the hips hit the wall as our torso hangs heavy. So now the wall is supporting our hips. We're breathing into the backs of the legs, supported. Chest and chin heavy. And from there, we're slowly going to roll ourselves up Stacking the spine and using the wall for support the whole way up.
Maybe even bringing that head to the wall as well. Feeling its support and this uprightedness. Lift the elbows shoulder height. Press the elbows onto the wall, just how we started. Let's inhale, externally rotate those arms. Maybe press the palms into the wall if they touch a little bit. Exhale. You can allow the lumbar spine to round as you rotate in a little bit with the arms. Inhale, feel the chest lift, expand. Press the arms into the wall if they touch. Exhale, rotate internally with the arms. Good, one more time. Inhaling. Exhaling. And then slowly allow your arms to drop. Just press off of the wall. We're gonna stand tall, reach the arms up towards the sky. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Maybe squeeze the glutes, lean back, soften knees, and forward fold.
Slowly, gently roll it up. Arms rise, we pull it up.
Exhale, soften as we fold.
And we'll do that one more time, slowly rise.
Arms come up. Exhale as we slowly fold it forward.
And shift your hips, just lean those hips back onto the wall. Wiggle those feet a little bit wider, as wide as you wish to go. Your left hand is going to come to the ground, or maybe a block if you have one close by. Hips against the wall, and we're going to twist to the right. You can look up or down, it's up to you. Just really spiral that chest up and open. Allow the left knee to bend here a little bit. Slowly, gently drop that right arm, and we sweep and we lift the left arm. So we have weight in our hand. It's not like the entirety of our weight is in our hips against the wall. We still have some weight in that hand, some pressure. So we can press into the ground and open up our chest. And slowly, gently lower it down. One more time. If you want to come off the wall, come off the wall. Otherwise, you can keep using it as we twist. You can play with internally and externally rotating the arm up towards the sky. Maybe even reaching for your left hip pocket, bending that arm behind your back. And lower it back down. Let's go into the other side, twisting to the left. Same thing here, playing with the arm. Maybe reaching for the hip pockets on the right side as I bend the left arm behind my back. And then slowly release it, bring it down to the ground. And then we're going to bend the knees deeply, drop the hips, and find our squat position against the wall. Using this wall here for support. Maybe your bolster, like mine was back there already, is sort of helping support my hips.
The spine is the wall is supporting my spine and my head actually pretty comfortably here right now. And not only am I sending my breath into my hips, but also bringing awareness back to that space in between the exhale and the inhale. And especially with the wall support, it's easier I find to fall back into the sense of settling and pausing in the in-between space. And then from here, slowly, gently, we're gonna start to extend slowly come out of this position and slide our feet together, still utilizing the wall for support in this butterfly position, right, with this externally rotated position with the hips. So now we're even more open, allowing the knees to drop towards the ground. And you have an option here to stay upright or to fold yourself forward, rounding forward. And just listening to what your body wants. We're not going to be in this particular position super long. And then, my friends, we're gonna make our way to our final position, Shavasana. So Shavasana can be just lying flat on your back, or if you have a bolster or want to use your blocks, using your bolster and or blocks for supported fish. It's placing that bolster right in line with the base of your butt, and it's gonna support your spine as you drop down, allowing the chest to be open, the arms to be open, the legs to be open. Allowing those hips to drape open also. And just taking these last few minutes or so to settle into the space in between. To relish in the rest and relaxation you've just given your body in the last 45 minutes or so. To allow the body to drop farther and farther into the earth. Maybe noticing if you can stay in that in-between space for longer than before, without struggle, without need to rush back to the inhale. This is that time in our practice where the parasympathetic nervous system is really dialed in. Our breaths are longer and smoother, just naturally on their own. And the body feels safer and more at ease. And my friends, you can stay here for as long as you wish, but when and if you're ready to start to come out of position, just start to move your body a little bit. Maybe give yourself a hug, bend the knees. Maybe even windshield wipe the knees from side to side. Or roll off of your bolster first, and then begin to move. And if there's something that you missed in this practice, now is a good time to take it. like the supine twist or happy baby. And when you feel ready to roll to one side, just roll to one side. Eventually making your way up to seated. And you get to enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much for spending the last hour with me on this sort of relaxing, chill day. So have a beautiful day, everyone. Thank you.